Hey, welcome back into today's video. The Yandere dev, is his channel dying? Is Yandere Simulator being taken over by Watashi no Mono? Have you ever heard of that? The game that will finish. Is it me, or is Yandere dev YouTube channel dead? I didn't get any notifications for some time now. I wouldn't be surprised if he got too lazy to do editing or recording for the videos at this point. Or maybe he's trying to hide out because of all the YouTube videos exposing him. Do the YouTube videos exposing his heinous acts have anything to do with his channel dying? Is his channel dying? Is Yandere Simulator on the downfall? We're going to investigate that by taking a look over on Social Blade and then take a look at his channel. There's a couple points that I do want to make and a couple things that are pretty obvious about this. But the thing is, do the videos exposing him have any impact? Over on Social Blade, you can see his total grade is a B. Though in the last 30 days, his views are down. His subscribers are down. The growth rate is unprecedented. Now, the growth rate has stayed pretty much the same, up and downs normally throughout the year. We can see his daily averages is 919 subscribers a day. Today racking around 660 subscribers. Now you can see we have a video exposing him here and we have a dip in views, and it correlates the same throughout on views and subscribers. Now, but they always peak back up. I myself have done a couple videos talking about the things that the different dramas that were exposing him, but it seems that they have no effect. If they do have any effect, it's just for a period of time. Over on the Yandere Dev YouTube channel, it looks like the views on his videos have not been impacted at all. His last upload was 1 month ago. It was at 1.4 million. It was a live action trailer for Yandere Simulator. A lot of people were saying, how does he even have time to be making a live action trailer when he complains about not having time to actually make progress on the game? The future of Yandere Simulator. Now this is a Reddit post, a very popular Reddit post on his own Reddit channel where fans are having to chime in and they have a lot to say. A few years back, I was a diehard fan of Yandere Simulator and Yandere Dev. Like, I'm guessing a lot of people who've been around since the early days of the game's creation saw a lot of hope and promise in this game. Yanderes have been a concept I've always found myself drawn to in fiction of all kinds. And while it's obvious real life Yanderes are people I'd much rather not come into contact in the real world, even real life examples have been perplexing to me. So yeah, I've heard about this game, and having first seen the video from Jacksepticeye playing it a few years back, things have just not been going as they've thought. Then eventually controversy after controversy dealing with the Yandere dev and the game's development kept piling up. And the whole scene became a complete show. And eventually I had to step away because of all the drama about it everywhere, and overall from feeling betrayed that someone who I'd been holding up on a pedestal for so long sink further and further to the point where I didn't know what was real, what was fake anymore. Is it bad that there's part of me that's still holding on to hope that things would get better for Yandere Simulator? It's incredibly doubtful that things would get better, but I still find myself hoping. Now, this is the common mindset for a lot of longtime fans for Yandere Simulator. And as the growth of Yandere, because Yandere Simulator was a pretty good idea. A lot of people really liked it, and it's still perpetuating today. And I believe the reason that it's still perpetuating is because there has been no other game like it until Watashi no Mono, which was an inspired fan game, taking a lot of attention away from Yandere Simulator, a game creator, developer that actually knows what he's doing and is progressing the game even faster than the game it was inspired from. But on the other end of the controversy, it does seem like since Watashi no Mono is a fan-made game inspired of, how does the Yandere dev feel about this? Well,
he supposedly allegedly reached out to Epic Mill Dev and wasn't very friendly.
From the Yandere dev's email. Please remove my name from your disgusting ripoff game. I do not want my name anywhere near your stupid game. My game is the original and superior Yandere game. You're probably doing this to troll people like New Yandere Dev and those Kiwi Farm, I hope you... This is very much like the Yandere Dev. There's half of the people think that this is fake, half of the people think that this is real. I also want to know, What do you think? You think this is something that the Yandere dev would send, or is just a drama perpetuated post? Watashi no Mono is a game that was inspired from Yandere Simulator. Epic Mildev is the creator behind it. His Patreon is lacking of what the Yandere dev has himself. With Epic Mill racking in only $167 per month and still getting more done in a shorter time period than the Yandere dev, with his astounding 3,204 per month. And he is still complaining, and there has been hardly any progress at all. Now, a lot of fans are already switching from Yandere Simulator to Watashi no Mono. There is no future in Yandere Simulator. The game will eventually die because the developer doesn't know what he's doing. What makes it even worse is how he treats his volunteers and how he wastes so much time doing pointless stuff, such as adding Easter eggs. Nah, Yandere Simulator is dead. You're not the only one that has to come to terms with that. I discovered it as a 16, 17-year-old teenage edgelord through a friend. And now, 20-year-old post-teen edgelord and Yansam is just another dead part of the time of my life. It is what it is. Now, my personal opinion is the Yandere dev has been exposed for being just mean, saying horrible things. The just horrible things, man. It's been pretty bad, and there are so many people still supporting him. But now they're starting to switch over to the Epic Mill dev, and I believe it's because at the rate at which Watashi no Mono is increasing, like it's already better than Yandere Simulator. A lot of people are catching on to that. Yandere dev's Patreon used to be around 5,000 concurrently always. Now it's dropped down to 3,000. I don't think this is a coincidence. I believe for years the Yandere dev has been taking advantage of his Patreons, taking advantage of his fan base, and has been just doing nothing with a game that he knows is not ever going to be completed. And he's just racking in money off that, probably saving money for when it ultimately fails. But now that time has probably come, as Watashi no Mono is doing and making more progress and filling the void of that new simulation feel that Yandere Simulator originally was capturing. Now, my thing is, how come are there so many people still supporting the Yandere dev when Epic Mildev is obviously trying so much harder and actually is a decent developer? And my thoughts are because at the rate as so many people are catching on to Yandere Simulator, they're new people, so they don't know anything. They have no idea of what the Yandere dev has done in the past. And so they blindly begin to fall in. But I think that since Watashi no Mono is starting to pick up some steam, a lot of people and the exposing videos on him are starting to circulate even more. It's kind of like a warning sign, like, hey, if you guys didn't know, this guy is a fraud and he's not doing what he's supposed to do, but this guy is. So in my honest opinion, I would take my Patreonage away from the Yandere dev, and I would go support somebody that's actually doing the work. And I will put the Epic Mildev's Patreon in the description below. But let's take a look at Yandere Simulator versus Watashi no Mono. So as you can see it's, look how good and crisp and clean everything is. There's so many features. The designs are good. Nothing's flat and edgy and square because nothing is stolen. As you can see, the Yandere Simulator is boxy, square.
Because the player
things don't look right because they're stolen concepts.
Spend most of their time inside.
Look at the designs of Watashi no Mono. Every person has their own walk. Students will have happy, sassy, egotistical, sad, cute, chill, elegant, and relaxed animations instead of default walks.
Can be found sitting in the hallway.
Yandere Simulator is notorious for everyone doing the same thing.
The scientists make regular visits to the school's storage rooms.
I'm going to put this link in the description below so you can see the comparisons between Yandere Simulator and Watashi no Mono, and you can see how much better one is than the other. I mean, for me, at a visual aesthetic, there can be no doubt. But I do want to know what you guys think about this, because as interesting as this is, there's always something that's more interesting. That's right, you guessed it. I want to know what you think. So why don't you go ahead and leave your creative and interesting responses in the comment box below. Thumbs up for those likes. As always, brothers and sisters, I will see you in the next video. Woo! That is Halloween's here. If you hadn't noticed, I decorated. There's spider webs everywhere. I got Harold, and we're having fun this holiday. It's going to be cold this holiday, so don't forget your rep sweaters and rep hoodies, because I know that your rep is ripping and great. And how do you become a member of the rep squad? All you gotta do is subscribe with notifications turned on. Be in the comment section to every single video, because I'm gonna be there. Greg the cat is going to be there, and the rest of the rep squad community as well. And I expect to see you there too, because this channel loves you. Woo! Coffee.